Good time of day, ladies and gentlemen, Vplay here, and oh my god, I haven't done anything productive for this channel in quite a while. Jeesh. Oh, first of all though, I hope you're having a fantastic day, or at least you had a fantastic day, and now moving to a fantastic evening. You look beautiful, by the way, don't let anyone tell otherwise. And I've been meaning to talk about something for quite a while now, actually like almost ramble about it. And also make a little announcement that goes hand in hand with that, so let's just get right into it. So, as some of you know, the past year hasn't been treating me really well. I've gone into a really dark place, and I'm frankly having a fairly difficult time coping with it and getting back on my feet. So, I'm trying to do my absolute best to get myself together, but naturally, this whole thing has affected my ability to create content and just enjoy things to begin with. So, in an attempt to kind of, you know, shake myself up and get my creative juices flowing, I've been playing Heroes of the Storm a lot in the past while. Every day, like many games. And as a result, I started to see the game for something that I absolutely don't like to see it for. As I've been playing a lot of solo queue and BQM or Hero League, I got to realize that it's just become extremely frustrating to play this game. Now, before you grab your pitchforks and, like, stab me in the butt, I just want to say one thing. Heroes of the Storm has been my absolutely most favorite game for the past years. Ever since I got that beta key from one of my friends, I've been having so much fun playing this game, and I absolutely love it. I love it for its colorful heroes, I love it for the variety, huge variety of maps and random objectives, and how every match feels fresh and new from the one before, because there's a different matchup. There are different ways to approach the same problem and work together to achieve a victory. And I loved it. I loved its casual vibe. I love that you don't have to pay attention to like tiny gritty nitty details, like how many minions you've killed and like how much stuff you need to buy. And it was just such a good and fun time. It was a delight. And that impression that I received from the game back in the days, it kind of motivated me to dedicate my channel to Heroes of the Storm. And this channel has actually been intended to be more about indie games and like general gameplay videos, and I just decided to make it about Heroes of the Storm because that's how much I like this game. Yeah, I haven't created that much content, but it was my intent at least. So what happened? And the thing that happened was that the amount of toxicity in the game is reaching levels where it's hardly enjoyable anymore. And I don't mean just verbal toxicity. Yes, verbal toxicity is a problem, and I will admit that I have been guilty of this several times. I had my punishment, and I don't defend myself in any way. Sure, I probably had my reasons. I had a lot of bad days, but that does not excuse being verbally toxic to anyone. However, since Blizzard crashes down pretty hard on anyone who abuses the chat, it still feels that most other offenses are being overlooked. I mean, the amount of people these days that just enter a game with an attitude of, oh well, it's just a game, I can do whatever I want, I'm having my own fun, at the expense of others, this amount of people is just rising at an exponential rate. I personally have had so many games in the past while where people just went AFK, or just trolling their teammates, like throwing them over walls as garage, enemy walls of course, feeding with incredible amounts, unreachable amounts, like 15 to 20 times, just solo playing, not participating in any team activities, skipping objectives. It's just beginning to not be fun at this point. And reasoning with most of these people is absolutely impossible, because if you tell them, hey, what are you doing? Why are you not playing along? They will be like, oh, it's just QM. And if it's Hero League, oh, it's just a game. And there is hardly a way to kind of stand up to that. Sure, you can report these people, but your game is still ruined. And you get a loss slapped on your forehead, and there's nothing you can do about it. This indubitably is a gateway to a lot of frustration and being treated unfairly, which translates into toxicity, which bottles up in people and gets them tilted and pours out into the next game that they queue up into, which turns into more bad time for everyone involved. So Is there a way to solve the situation? Absolutely. And I actually intended to kind of go in depth into the QM situation right now and how to at least partially alleviate a lot of sources of frustration and toxicity in the game. So if you want me to make a specific video talking about these things, let me know in the comments. I will talk about them gladly and share some ideas on how to make this work. But until then, I'm not sure how much I can enjoy this game anymore, and if it radiates so much negativity and having fun is a roll of the dice, then I guess I'll have to put it on pause for now. And sure, you're probably saying now, well, why don't you play with your friends? And I absolutely agree with you. With friends, this game is unbeatable. It's so much fun to just come up with weird, wacky strategies and mess around with your buddies. And it's fun, yes, but I often play this game alone, or at times where my friends are unavailable or offline, and the bad impressions I get there, they just kind of trump everything else. If a game is designed so that the only way to have proper fun is to play with your friends, and solo modes are absolutely nightmarish, then this game probably requires a lot of attention from the developers and some kind of maintenance to fix this situation. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one frustrated with the whole thing. I've seen a couple of posts on Reddit addressing these issues, saying that this game is gonna die if Blizzard doesn't do something about it, and I don't think it's gonna die, but it's gonna have a much harder time competing with other MOBAs out there, even though it's kind of a lot more enjoyable, at least in my opinion. But other MOBAs just seem to have mechanics to dampen the negative effects from toxicity, and Heroes of the Storm simply doesn't. A really minor example to that would be League of Legends, for instance. I played this game many years ago. I wouldn't come back to it for the life of me now, but what I absolutely loved about it back in the days is how the report system worked. And if you don't know, there used to be a tribunal system. It's being reworked right now. But the way it functioned is that you would sign up for the role of a judge, and then you would be redirected to the tribunal website, where you can browse different cases of people who got reported a lot. And you select a certain case file, and you get presented with 10 different report cases for this one person. You get access to the whole chat, you get access to their in-game stats, how much they died, how much damage they dealt, what items they bought. And judging by the context of what you read and what you saw, you would be able to pass a verdict on the person whether they deserve a punishment or not. After a while, you would receive an email or a notification saying whether your decision was the decision of the majority or not. And it felt absolutely amazing, because it gave you the sense of being part of a community, of being a key element of keeping it clean and enjoyable for everyone else. And that was amazing. And then we have Heroes of the Storm, which just has an automated silence system, which kind of smacks you on the head with a hammer if you get reported too much. Whether or not these reports were valid or not is a matter of having your silence appealed. And if in one of these 20 or 10 or no one knows how many reports you express as much as 1 grain of negativity, the Blizzard employee has the absolute right to tell you, well, you violated the code, you are unsportsmanlike, you expressed negativity, the silence stays. Is it fair? Maybe. Is it effective? No. Is it lazy? Absolutely. So this is just one minor example of how the game could have been improved a long time ago, but still isn't. So yeah, kind of finalizing my long ramble about that. Probably gonna stay away from Heroes of the Storm until they fix at least something about this. And don't even get me started about how unbalanced Phoenix is. It's outrageous. So yeah, now that I've shot myself in the leg, considering that this channel was primarily about Heroes of the Storm, and now it's not gonna create Heroes of the Storm content anymore, well, what am I gonna do? Well, first of all, it's not like I'm never gonna create Heroes of the Storm content. I still have a lot of material, leftover material from previous recordings, highlights, funny bits, and even like streams, which I could create compilations from. So if that's something you would like to see, please let me know in the comments. I will gladly make these for you, as long as well, you would like to see them. Other than that, I'm just wondering what to do next. If there's anything you would like to see me do, if there's anything you would like to see me play and narrate in my beautiful voice, please let me know about that in the comments and I will get to it, because this channel has always been about you and about bringing joy and happiness. Oh god, I sound like a politician. I just want to make content that you will enjoy and that will turn your crappy day into a happy day. And there's nothing more pleasing and heartwarming than reading how much people enjoy what you do and how it made them smile or even laugh. That's all what I'm about. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for listening for this huge ramble. Sorry for letting you down with the Heroes of the Storm bit. I hope we can work this out, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh, by the way, I'm currently finally finishing up my Discord group. It's just been suggested to me over 500,000 times, and now I finally got to it. So once I'm done, I'll just post a link in the description or make an annotation or something, so yeah. Or on my Twitter, which is in the description, so stay in touch with that. Otherwise, have a good rest of the day, enjoy whatever you're doing, clean up afterwards. I mean, have a good day tomorrow, and have a good day from now on. And if you love someone, tell them that. Life is short, make use of it. And peace out! Mwah.